Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to discuss about Shell.App weird behavior. Basically this is an external TLL, so you need to go to tools and then click on the reference and then find that Shell. So Shell is, I think it's in the Microsoft, so let me find that using rubber duck, that will be easier. So that is this one, Microsoft Shell Controls and Automation. You need to enable that if you want to use the early binding version. Anyway, so let me show you some background. So basically the idea is that I want to count how many files I do have in this particular folder. And as the title says that this is the weird behavior, and that is basically that if you use early bind versus late binding, then we'll see the VAP. So main goal is we need to count how many file we have in this particular specific folder, the downloads. Okay. Now I have couple of sub basically doing the same thing. So if you look at this test early binding constant. So two things to notice. One is that one is early binding, another one is if it's a constant or variable. So if you look at this one, then this is constant. And if you look at this one, this is a variable, right? The same variable name. Actually I keep the same naming convention, although this is a little bit bad because in case of constant we should use Pascal case, I mean all uppercase and snake case, and in case of variable it should be like Pascal case. Anyway, just look at this example and this one. This is for early binding, this is for early binding. So if I run this code, then you'll see, let me just check that if the reference is added automatically or not. This one, Microsoft Shell Controls and Automation. Okay, so if we run this, then it's saying 77, and if I run this one, you'll see it's saying 77. So it's working in case of early binding for both constant and variable cases, right? And now if we scroll down, then you'll see test late bound constant. So this one is for early binding, this one is for early binding as well, this one for constant, this one for variables, and now this one is for late binding, but this declared as a constant. Now let me just remove that reference, so it is the late binding version. Now if I run this one, then you'll see I get 77, correct? Now if we use this test late bound variable, so only difference is that I'm using variable dim test folder as a string instead of constant in this version. Okay, and if I try to run this, then I get this error, object variable or with block variable not set, and the issue is on this line. Okay, now if we look at this last one, you'll see the same code as this one and this one, except that I am using some empty string before that test folder and empty string as here as well. So if I run this one, then you'll see it's printing 77. So only difference is that if I just use this, then this will work. This is definitely a weird behavior. When we are using constant, then it's working fine, but when we are using variable, then we have to use empty string. Let's try VB null string and what it does. Let's see, null string in one side and 77, that's good. And if I use VB null string here as well, then you'll see that that is 77 as well. So it's working for empty string or VB null string, both of these cases. So this is definitely the weird behavior. If you are trying to use Shell.32 or Shell.Application in case of late bounding, and you are using variable for a folder or for this namespace method, so that is basically the folder, then make sure that you use this VB null string concatenation and then folder and then concatenation. Let's try another idea, dim source a as a string, and let's see what if I just copy paste this into a, and look at this, still it's throwing that error. So basically you have to use this VB null string here instead of in a variable using the calculation, and this is definitely the weird behavior. Let me know if you have any explanation for this one. I couldn't find any explanation for this one. And thank you for watching. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe for further videos. Thank you. Have a good day.